What's up, Primos? Welcome back to another episode of SoulPrimos. My name is Melvin Diaz.
And I'm Joel Romero.
And we just celebrated Mother's Day this past weekend. How was it for you, bro?
Dude, I think it was fucking beautiful, man. It was the first time I got to celebrate Mother's Day a little bit. I made a post to my special lady because she's a mother. Oh! Shout out to Blackie. And, I don't want to say my stepdaughter's name, Trembling. Shout out to her. Blackie, the best mom I've ever met. Best mom I know, besides my mom. But my mom's Jehovah's Witness. So if I tell her Mother's Day, she's gonna
get pissed off.
She's gonna say I'm going to hell or some shit, whatever. But shout out to Blackie. I love you. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Because I know our audience.
We have a lot of mothers that listen to us for some reason.
Yeah, a lot of mothers.
And we love you, dog. We love you, dog. Hey, we love you guys, man. No, you guys are the best, man. You guys are always so supportive and sweet. And look, let's be real, okay? In my opinion, in my humble, honest, very sweet, very intuitive opinion.
Yes.
I think mothers are the closest thing we have to God himself here on planet Earth, baby. Because they create life just like God created life. And that's all I got to say.
Someone say that God is a woman. Someone say that.
Some would say that. Will I say that? Yes.
Would I say that? No.
Would your mom get mad if you said, "Hey, mom, God's a woman"?
Oh yeah. She'd do the whole. Ay, mijo, ya sabe que Juan no le gusta eso. You have to be like, all right, wrap it up.
I've been by other older Latino women. They've heard me say that, and they're just like, no, se confunda. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, bro. And then I just put Ariana Grande, "God is a Woman." Oh, and they're just like, oh my gosh, she is.
Dude, that song that my favorite song of her is the one where she's like, "This weave, I just bought it."
Oh yeah. This hair, just bought it. Oh, it's called Seven Rings or something like that.
You know what song I hate from hers? The one where she's like naming all her exes.
Oh yeah.
First it was Sean. I knew he was over. Then I listened to Mac, and then he drove a Range Rover. It's like,
wow. Yeah.
Then who else did she fucking date? Fucking Tom Brady or some bullshit.
No.
Who else did she date?
Big Sean. Oh, Pete Davidson. Yeah.
And then I met Pete, and that was a phase.
Yeah, and then it's like, and then I met Mac, and he was an angel.
That's like, is
that Thank You Next? Thank you.
Yeah,
next.
I don't care about body count, but she named like fucking 30 names in that fucking, which is quite alarming.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Right, if you made a song, what would it be?
Goodbye. No,
thank you. That's it. Don't leave.
Thank you for touching me. I really needed it. What would you do if
instead of thank you, next, it'd be like, thank you. Don't stay with me, please.
Don't leave. I'm sorry that I did that. It's my first time.
I'll change
for you. I have no one else. Yeah. And mine would be a lot sadder, I feel.
It might be a little bit more depressing.
Yes.
I think, since we don't look like Ariana Grande.
Look,
we're not as talented as Ariana Grande.
She's not a midge. She's not like a little person.
She's a little bit of tiny person.
Yeah, but she's almost there.
Yeah.
Because what's a little person considered?
Technically, legally, it's 4'11" or below.
And what is she?
5.
She's 5 below?
5 feet tall. Yeah.
She's like...
I don't know how tall she is.
Well, she's basically like a little person. And then I didn't know that.
And it's so crazy. When I first met you, I thought you were like 5'8".
Why did you think that?
I don't know. Even though I saw you in real life, Joel equals 5'8".
Everybody thinks I'm small.
Yeah.
Everyone refers to me as small, man. Yeah. Small-minded. I don't see the bigger picture. Like, I don't understand how to communicate. I'm not a good partner. People say a lot of just shit to put me down.
Yeah.
And I'm not small, man. When I saw you, I knew you were big, but not as big as I thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I get that. Everyone was just like, when people see us in real life, I'm sure we said it before, but it's just like, oh, Melvin, I knew you were big, but I didn't expect you to be that big. That's all. But Joel, I didn't expect you at all. Like, and then you're just like,
well, because I like to brag about it, man.
You're like, yeah, I'm 6 feet.
Measure me. It's not my identity. Yeah. Because you make your height your identity.
I don't.
Here's a good question. What is Melvin without his height?
Silhouette.
No. Shit, you're darkness.
Funny. Still intelligent, hilarious, and still good at sports.
Yeah, but our humor is like tall jokes and shit. It's fucking whack, bro.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you're always like every time we walk, you're like, it's cold up here. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Grow up, man.
No, yeah. The one time, like, someone was like, how's the weather up there? And I'm like, I spit at them, and I'm like, it's raining. It's a Will Chamberlain joke. Will Chamberlain hanging out with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
See, I don't even think that was a joke. I can see you saying that shit.
Spitting at someone?
I can see you spitting at me, and I'm driving you home. It's raining. It's fucking. You're disrespectful.
Well, listen. You, I'm so happy you got to celebrate Mother's Day.
Yeah, well, I was. Yeah, go ahead. I was working.
And but yeah, man, we might be fathers soon. I mean, you technically are a father.
Yeah, I'm a stepfather. You're gonna be a father soon. What does that mean?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm saying in the upcoming years,
Yes.
you know, the next 5, 6, 7 years, you know what I mean?
What
like,
do
what would you want? How would you want your children and partners to celebrate you on Father's Day? What would you want them to get you or do for you?
Damn, like a Hummer would be sick.
You want your 3-year-old baby to put down a $3,000 lease for a Hummer?
I don't think they even make Hummers anymore.
They don't.
I would want a discontinued vehicle. Let's see, maybe take me out to. I haven't been to space. I haven't been to Disneyland since I was in 5th grade.
Really?
I haven't been there. I think like. Let me see. That we'll go to Disneyland on my Hummer. Maybe stop by, get some food, get some Chipotle, or get some. You know what I want to do? Take me to Fullerton. Take me downtown Fullerton. Let's go bar hopping.
I've never been there.
Yeah, dude. Let's go bar hopping.
With your little babies.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Take me.
You would be the guy that latches.
Oh
the
yeah,
baby
yeah.
with the
Yeah, I was super responsible.
Yeah. And while you're taking shots, and the baby's like, "Go, Dad, go."
Go. I always hate. You know what? That those things don't even look comfortable at all. Like it looks like very painful.
Well, where you strap the baby like a backpack?
Yeah, they're like right in front of you, and they're just kind of like hanging like this.
Yeah,
like, Dad, help! You're just like shaking your chest.
Their legs are all purple because it's just like,
they just die in your chest.
You're just like,
hey, you're just fucking hip thrusting, fucking fist pumping at the club, man. Yeah. See, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind taking out. Give me a nice car, nice vehicle. Maybe let's see. I'm not materialistic, but maybe like something that makes me feel like a kid. Buy me an Xbox 360. These are all hard gifts to get because you have to go like back in time and shit.
Yeah,
they're like discontinued. But as a father, that's what I would want. That's what I would want. And hopefully my wife, is still with me at this time. And hopefully she just, gives me roses and gives me a kiss on the cheek and lets me know that I'm enough.
That's gay, dude. That's gay. I didn't say that. That's gay. I thought that was really sweet.
No, man, look, I don't know why I said that. That's what... I've been watching too much fucking social... I've been on social media too much, bro.
It's coming out of your heart, that's why.
No, I've been watching too much videos.
You're being vulnerable.
No, that's what... guys, you watch a video where a guy's breaking down and all the comments are like, men just want to be told that they're enough. And then all these comments... Like,
you like all of them. You're like,
I reply to all of them. And I see so many of those comments and they brainwashes me. Because I don't think I need that, right?
You don't think... men... I think the majority of people don't give a fuck how men feel.
Yeah, that's true. Whoa. This is a crazy take. It's an unpopular opinion. Men don't give a fuck about us. I mean, no one gives a fuck about us. I don't give a fuck about me. I don't give a fuck about me. Why would you care about me?
You don't give a fuck about me either.
I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you or me. So why should you care? Well, that's what I tell that to my girl all the time. You don't give a fuck about me? Why should I care about me? Settle down, Joel. Settle down. Get back from the cliff.
I know you're telling the truth because I say similar things too.
You don't give a fuck about me? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I without me? Who are you without me? We have a lot of fights with our partners. They're all made up fights in our head.
It's just the 90% of the time it's our partners going, I just asked you if you were hungry. What the fuck?
What are you hungry for? Somebody else? Whoa.
Never a better life.
Yeah. It's because we watch too much of these videos on social media, bro.
Yeah, and also I think our childhoods have a lot to do with it. I think we did go through a lot in our childhoods.
Yeah.
And now it's coming out in our adulthood lives. And
it's
something that we got to fix.
Sometimes, people are like, I've gone through a lot. And then I'm like, all right, tell me what you've gone through, right? I want to know. Because I feel like everybody's saying that. And I say it too. I used to say it more often until I listened to other people's problems. And I was like, hey, my stuff ain't that bad. My stuff ain't that bad. People are like, oh, my parents are addicts. Fucking social services had to take me away from my parents. And then I watched my dad do this and that. And I'm like, okay, that's way worse than what I have. So I'm going to stop talking about my shit.
I think it gives you perspective. When you hear stories like that, it gives you perspective.
Perspectives.
But I don't think it takes away from the damage and heartache that you still went through.
Yeah.
So I think it's like you have to find a right balance. You know what I'm saying?
But don't you sometimes when someone's like, "Oh, you just don't know what I've been through," and then you talk to them and they're like, "I had to walk to school," and it's like not
it makes me want to sock them in the face. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, I'll give you something to fucking go through, bitch, right now.
Yeah, and then they start crying, getting emotional, and then another person has gone through worse, and they're like, "Yeah, this
They're
happened."
the nicest people in the fucking world.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
bro.
the nicest people in the world.
That's
why
I'm
I always. That's why when you meet someone like that, and I know all our SoulPrimos, either they are those people or they know someone like that where like they've been through hell and back and they're the kindest, sweetest people. And I always, every time someone's an asshole or a piece of shit, I'm always just like, so-and-so is the nicest person in the world and they went through 100 times worse than you. Why the fuck are you a piece of shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the beautiful thing about growing up and meeting new people, having new friends with different experiences, is you realize there's a lot of people out there that have it way worse than you do. When you're young, you're in your house, all you really know is your family, a couple people from school. You think your life is the worst, no one understands you, your fucking dad's mean to you, like especially Mexican, like, oh, my dad was mean to me. Right, that's like everybody goes through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no one has it like you do, and you meet other people when you're like, oh shit, your dad fucking killed your mom, and then he fell in love with your sister, and then people have fucked up families. Oh, you're just like, okay, I see. Okay, maybe I should be more grateful for my dad beating me up. Right? Maybe I should be more grateful for the life that I had, because I would not want to go through what you went through. Because what you went through would ruin me and destroy me. So props to you for still being here. Yeah, still being in college
and being able to talk about it.
Yeah. So props to you, man. It gives you.
Oh yeah.
I think it gives you. You said it earlier. A great word. Perspective.
Yeah.
And I think in life, well, people need to. People need a bigger perspective, not just their own life. Not just You know what I mean?
100%. That's all we need.
Sometimes I spit and I'm just like, oh, I want to spit back. Like I'm just spitting it out. I don't want to save it from my mouth, dude.
It's disgusing.
I'm dehydrated.
No, yeah, it's gross. It's gross.
What?
It's gross.
Wait, what?
It's fucking disgusting. Stop saying it.
Perspective is gross? Relating to other people's struggles is gross?
But no, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
dude,
sorry.
Yeah, no, perspective. Yeah, perspective is key. Perspective is key, and being able to acknowledge your own trauma is key as well. Because if if you don't, you end up taking it out on other people, and that's a big no. You will die alone if you do that.
Yeah, there's this quote that I made up when I was younger. It says, "Hurt people hurt people."
Oh, you make that? Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Hurt people, right there.
You were like in 12th grade.
Yeah. I was telling my dad, hurt people, right?
After he beat you,
and he was like, "You're right, son."
Bink,
boom. And then I was hurt, and so was he.
You're like, hurt people.
Oh, you hurt my tummy with that. You missed my face.
Hurt people.
Yes. But that's the beautiful thing about Mother's Day and Father's Day.
Mother's Day, you get to give them love, show them love, and acknowledge them, even if it's just a day. You should acknowledge them any chance you get.
I feel like there's other holidays that are lacking a little bit, or maybe there's we should have a homie day.
Oh yeah, so there is. So you said we should have a homie day.
Yes,
and I looked it up, and apparently there is a homie day.
Oh,
and it's on January 29th. And the full name is National Hang Out with Your Homies All Day Day.
Guess what we're doing on January 29th, 2025?
It already passed.
2025.
We're hanging out with the homies all day, baby.
That's what I'm saying, bro. See, cool. Sometimes, listen, people got families, yes, but sometimes friends are your family.
Yes.
And sometimes you don't want to go home because you don't want to get yelled at. Your wife's mad at you, this, and that. I'm not saying to ignore your problems, but sometimes your family, your home life isn't as beautiful as you want it to be. So sometimes when you hang out with friends, you're just like, oh, man.
And sometimes friends do become family.
Yes.
And I think that's beautiful.
Yes.
What's that? I made up a phrase when I was younger, too. I was probably like second or third grade.
Yes.
It's you don't choose the family you're born into, but you get to choose the family you die with.
Wait, you thought of that in second grade?
I was in second grade. I said that.
Really? Yeah. Wait, in detention? When you said that shit?
I was at a parent-teacher conference, and my teacher was like, Mrs. Diaz, your son is about to flunk second grade. And I go, she's like, do you have anything to say about that moment? I'm like, you don't choose the family you're born with. You choose the family you die with.
Dude, and then what happened? Your teacher was like, whoa.
Teacher was like, holy shit.
Gosh, I wish we fucking were that intelligent as kids, bro. What's another phrase I could have said? So your son has been flunking, not doing his homework. Then my mom was like, "Can you explain?" I'm like, she believes he lies, Mom. I lied to you. You believe me when I was doing my homework.
Yeah, I got caught ditching in high school. It's just like, you have anything to say for yourself? Hey, listen. Realize.
When in Rome, baby. That's the word.
Realize.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I like that one. That's actually really good.
Yeah, you have that tattooed on your back.
I didn't know that was a third. Okay, so it goes real eyes.
Yeah.
Realize. Okay, real eyes.
So realize.
Yes.
And then you realize, oh my God, I realize.
Yes.
Real lies. Lies that are true.
Yes. Oh, shit. Come on, man. Damn.
That's
bro.
It. I came up with that in 4th grade.
You're fucking ahead of your time, bro.
Yeah,
Did you flunk any classes?
No, I actually skipped 4th grade.
What the fuck? Why?
I don't know. So
Because of your height?
No. So I skipped into 4th grade. So I did like my 3rd grade year. And then halfway through the year, the teacher called me and my mom was like, hey, do you want to just start 4th grade? Like, your grades are really good and this and this and that. And you'll be with the 4th graders now. And my mom was like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, for sure. So that's why I had just turned 17 when I graduated high school.
Wow.
So yeah, I skipped half of 3rd grade. So basically 4th grade, yeah.
I skipped like 10th grade.
Because you just stopped going to school?
I just didn't show up, man. Yeah. It was a hard year, bro. It was a hard year.
Yeah.
But listen, what were we saying right before?
We were talking about. Oh, so what for Father's Day?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm a simple guy.
Yes.
I've been told by my partners throughout the years, I'm very low maintenance.
Yes.
I'm a complicated gentleman.
Oh yeah, emotionally,
physically, mentally.
Yes.
But as far as like relationship wise, or how to keep me happy, or how to do things to make me happy, I'm very low maintenance.
Okay.
Very low maintenance. Hey, man, if my kids and my wife want to take me out to Red Lobster, oh, God, praise.
Red Lobster, really?
Blessings. I love Red Lobster.
Why?
Because they have surf and turf for $30 where you get lobster, steak, pasta, French fries, and a nice cold beer.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, and I love Red Lobster, not to mention the motherfucking biscuits that they have, that they serve. Instead of breadsticks, they give you biscuits. Oh my God, I could just eat them like chips, bro. They're so delicious.
This might be a simple question. And I'll say that before I even ask the question. Is Red Lobster mostly seafood?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It's like they have seafood options, but they also have like burgers and
I thought it was all seafood.
No. It's like basically everything.
Okay, so here's another question that I just thought about right now, off the spot, off the dome. What would you rank these restaurants? There's Red Lobster, Applebee's, Sizzler. Stop. Chili's, and let's throw Lazy Dog.
Okay, so I don't know what 3 of those. I don't know what Lazy Dog is.
Okay, Lazy Dog might be West Covina thing. Okay, scratch Lazy Dog. Let's go with Denny's.
Oh shit. Okay, so Red Lobster.
Yes.
Number 1. I went there for my high school graduation and I went there for my college graduation.
Yes.
I just love Red Lobster. That being said, for all my other accomplishments throughout my childhood, my 5th birthday, when I graduated elementary school, when I culminated from middle school, when I won championships for my children league when I was a child, we always went to Sizzler. Always went to Sizzler.
So you're part. Like, it's like when people are like, you're that phrase. Oh, we're going to Sizzler. Like it's a great accomplishment.
Oh my God, yes,
celebrate.
I love Sizzler. My older sister actually had her quinceañera at a Sizzler.
Really?
Yeah. So so my parents were friends with the manager, and we booked like the back area, and she came with her quinceañera dress and invited her like 4 best friends, and we had her quinceañera in the back of a Sizzler, dog.
Dude, that sounds terrible.
And looking back at it,
that sounds terrible, man.
But bro, at the time, dog, I was 11 years old. So, bro, we're at Scissors, dog. I get to hang out with my big sister's cool fucking older high school friends, bro.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, I get to just eat all these fucking food and drink as much soda as I want, as much ice cream as I want.
Yeah.
It was heaven. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. That's why I'm saying I'm a simple guy, bro. I'm very low maintenance. So I got Red Lobster, Sizzler, because Sizzler is near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
And Denny's. Denny's has been there for me when no one else has been there for me.
Denny's. Okay, I'm not gonna put Denny's number one because I feel like Denny's. It's the same thing. Denny's for everybody, unless you're one of those people that I don't grew up rich or just Denny's is good. Dennis is good, you know what I mean? Dennis is those things that it's always there, fucking after a party, after a kickback, especially when you were younger, you always pull up at Denny's, stay up till 4. But for me, Applebee's. The 2 for $22, the 2 for $23, whatever.
I've never been.
No, you get an appetizer and 2 full meals for $22, dude.
Really?
Yes, and the happy hours, everything's like all the appetizers are half off, and you get fucking wings for $6, a bunch of nachos for $6. It's a fucking incredible deal. So I go to Applebee's regularly. So I'd say that number one, and then Denny's, and then I'll try Red Lobster ones. Maybe I didn't try the right things, but I think it's Applebee's, Denny's, and maybe what was the other one?
Chili's.
Chili's. I haven't really tried the other ones too much, dude. Sizzler. Yes. Let me have another question for you. You're going to sell. Let's say you graduate high school, right? Where are you going? Golden Corral or Hometown Buffet?
First of all, I've never been to a Golden Corral, and I've never seen one in person.
Are you serious?
And secondly, Hometown Buffet, motherfucker.
Yes.
Till the day I fucking die.
Yes.
R.I.P. Hometown Buffet, dog.
It's gone?
The one that I used to go to is gone.
There's one down the street, homie.
Oh, shit.
There's one down the street. For real.
Dude, Hometown Buffet was my fucking shit.
Yes.
And then the one that I used to go to closed down because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Every time I would go, there's somebody coming from a graduation, dude. And graduation only happen like 2 times a year. Yeah. But for some reason, every time I went there.
Hometown Buffet, baby.
That's what I'm saying,
That's the
dude.
beauty of Hometown Buffet.
Every time I was there was people in the cap and gown, fucking people coming from a wedding.
$20 and you could get all you can eat, pizza, seafood, breakfast foods, fucking Italian foods.
Yeah.
Anything you could think of, you could just get it, and it would be so delicious, dude. So good.
You know what pissed me off when I would go to the Hometown Buffet? I would get like my usual disgusting meal, like 2 slices of pizza with French fries with fried chicken. I would go back, and my mom would be like, "Oh, ¿por qué no comes like healthier?" She just has a whole bowl of salad. I'm like, "What the fuck is this shit, dog?" Hell no, dude. My parents would try to get me to just eat salad every time I go to Hometown Buffet, just to warm up the stomach. But I'm like, nah, dude, hell no.
You can fill up the stomach.
Yeah,
I need all that space.
That's what I'm saying, man. I would just get pizzas and ranch, then fucking brownies and that yogurt as a dessert. Oh man, there's nothing. Hometown Buffet was always like a beautiful, beautiful experience. Golden Corral, the only thing Golden Corral has is they have like the little chocolate fountain that you can dip your strawberries in there. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I've never been to a Golden Corral.
You're not missing out much. If you like Hometown Buffet, I think you'll be good with Hometown Buffet. Okay. So I guess we're both in agreement. Hometown Buffet for that one.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of Latinos in there, you know, it's our people in there. Man.
Yeah. And I think that just this conversation just goes to prove that the way to a man's heart is through its stomach.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
And looking at my stomach is in my cock. Come on.
We'll cut that out. We cut that out. That was fucking weird. What the fuck?
In my car.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll cut this out. Yeah. Or maybe I won't. Who knows?
But yeah, no.
The way to your stomach is through the way to a fucking man's heart.
the way to a man's heart. Ladies out there, if you're single, or even if you have a partner, hey, that's the quickest way to get to a man's heart is through his little tummy.
Especially if he's above, like, I would say, like, older than 26. I feel like when you're younger, you want to be healthy, you want to get in shape. You think like you have a lot more free time. You're like, I want to be shredded forever. As you get into your 20s, you're like, I want to make money.
I want to have a good time.
Yeah, so
I just want to enjoy myself.
So whenever I'm like, sometimes I go to my girl's house and she's like, "Oh, I made your favorite tapatio chicken with rice." I'm just like. I'm like, oh my God, I love you. So I feel, and I'm just eating her shit.
And she gets to your heart through your little tummy.
That's my little tummy. Yeah. What's your go-to meal? What's something your loved ones can make you that will get you emotional?
Carne asada.
Carne asada. Simple man.
Every time. Carne asada with some good rice.
Yes.
Son of a bitch. I love that fucking shit so fucking much. Though.
Yeah. And
I love carne asada.
The thing is, it's so simple to make too.
So simple.
Put it on a pan, couple minutes.
A little spices. Boom, 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 bing, bing, bing.
Put some limon on that fucking.
Some limon, some cebolla.
I put cilantro in the fucking.
Yeah. Just bing, bing,
sprinkle that shit. Oh my God. It's so good with the fucking coca or something. The Diet Coke.
Dude, carne asada. Coca, también make Coke.
Whenever I would come home, and I would go in the fridge, and there's like a big old bowl and I'm like, oh my God, is that ceviche? And I would like kind of peek open. I would take off the lid, and it is. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, dude.
Speaking of ceviche, dog, if you haven't already, check out our episode where we make haiva.
Yes, it's a good episode.
Yeah, episode 13?
Episode 13, 14, or 15.
Or 15, maybe 12.
Yes, one of those. But it was a good episode. It was very fun.
And the haiva was so delicious. And I told you, I actually made it at home.
Yes.
I made it. I told you in the episode, I was so blown away at how delicious it was.
Yes.
I was like, I'm going to make this for my family. Yeah. Boom. A couple weeks later, I made it for my family. It was just as good. So good.
And guys, if there's any food, listen, we don't have to know how to make it, but if any food you want us to try to make, recommend it, put it in the comments.
Yes.
Listen, we're not the greatest chefs, but we're trying to learn a couple things. I'm trying to get away from the air fryer.
Yes.
So I want to learn how to fucking
yes.
make maybe a fish ceviche, maybe burgers, patties, anything. And we'll try anything.
Yes.
Let us know. Leave it in the comments, and we'll do it.
We want to do another one. We want to do another cooking episode. Let us know your favorite dish, and we will make it. If we fuck with it and we think we can do it, all right. It's not too pricey. Boom, we'll do it.
Boom. Speaking of gnarly situations, you know, you brought up this one. You showed me this one thing earlier before we started the podcast, and it was about this show that was very legendary for quite some time. You know what show I'm talking about?
Which one?
It rhymes with Batfish.
Oh, Catfish.
Yes,
Look,
dude.
when people ask me about my guilty pleasures,
Yes,
I always say two things.
Yes.
I say Tenacious D.
Yep.
I just love Tenacious D.
Tenacious D is amazing.
They're amazing, but like I listen to them way too much.
Okay, but it's not. Okay, go continue. Okay, continue.
It's who?
Yeah.
The show, the MTV original show, Catfish.
Yes, which was a phenomenon when it came out, dude.
God,
it changed
I love
the fucking
that.
world,
dude. There's like more than 100 episodes. I've seen every single one.
Yes.
I know the storyline for each one. Catfish, if you guys don't know, it's a show on MTV where people get catfish, right? So like they fall in love with someone online that they've never met. And they want to know the truth, so they reach out to Catfish. And the creator is this gentleman called Neve Shulman.
Yeah.
And they reach out. So Neve and his co-host investigate and track down this person. And then they meet up with them face to face. And sometimes, very rarely, it's the actual person. But sometimes it's a completely other, different fucking person that has been acting like another person. Sometimes they're mentally ill.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're sociopaths. Other times they're just a hurt person. They're a hurt person that wanted to feel some type of love and connection, and they felt like they couldn't have that if they presented themselves as who they were.
Yeah.
So they faked their persona.
You think shit like that existed back in the 70s or 80s? Like people pretending to be. You can't really pretend to be somebody else, right?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, how could you?
That's what I'm saying. It's like with social media, people can literally be a completely different person, and they can like have a happy relationship being a fucking woman or a man or whatever, and act a certain way or act a completely different than they really would in real life, and they're basically playing a completely different person, and then like they gain satisfaction from that, which is weird.
I love this show so much because I've seen every episode, and then MTV on YouTube, they put like compilations like, top 6 most scariest reveals, or you know what I mean? And I still watch them. Even though I know what the ending is, I still watch them and I love them so much because it's so fascinating to me, like the dichotomy of like the different personalities and what drove them to be a catfish, what drove them, was it loneliness? Was it, no thank you. Was it loneliness? Was it trauma? And it's just every case is so different. I just love it so much, dude.
I remember when it came out, like I think the first version of it was like a movie by the main guy, Neve or whatever. And then I remember just being so heartbroken. I was like, how does this even happen? I couldn't even fathom the idea of someone pretending to be somebody else. But then after the show came out and after like social media blew up and everybody was on social media, it's like, dude, it makes perfect sense. There's people out there in these nowhere parts of the country that are sad and miserable and they want to feel loved and they want to feel this and this and that. So they create a completely different persona, and you don't have to be people do it. People create a different persona in general. You know what I mean? But these people create like other characters, these accounts. They pretend to be a woman, and then it's very sad. It's very alarming too, man.
Yeah, dude, it's scary too. It's also like, not to victim shame, but a lot of these folks, like even the hosts kind of like when they're like, wait, so you've been in love with this person for 7 years? It's like, yes, they're the love of my life.
Yeah.
Have you ever met them? No.
Yeah.
Have you ever FaceTimed them? No.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to marry them, and I've sent them $3,000 already. Even the hosts are like, what the fuck is wrong? What the hell?
Yeah, I think both parties.
But they're just so hungry for connection. They yearn for that love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes it is devastating. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's weird. But most times it's just devastating.
It's hard to watch. It's like it's hard to watch, but it's hard to watch. But you can't get your eyes off of it, dude.
It's like a
car crash. It's like you just gotta keep looking. Yeah. And I felt that too. I was like, man, like both sides. Sometimes I don't understand either side. Like, dude, wow, how could you be in love with somebody that you've never seen, that you've never heard their voice, or you never FaceTime? And why would you even believe a person that you've never seen or talked to or seen their face? Especially like now with iPhones. I mean, FaceTime became like a common thing like, 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah, if you don't have FaceTime, and let's say you have an Android, you don't have FaceTime, there's Skype.
Yeah.
There's Zoom.
Yeah.
There's actually meeting in person. There's actually filming a video of you and then sending it through text.
Yeah. I can't imagine falling in love with someone without seeing them.
It's just, you have to be so hungry for love.
For anything. You got to be lonely. And
it's crazy because like some of these people are like, some of the victims, they're attractive.
Yeah.
Handsome men, handsome women. It's just like, just go in the world. You can find it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes there's catfishes where they look good.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you, look, okay, you're catfish, you use the model as a profile pic.
Yeah.
But you look good. What the fuck? Like,
yeah, that's the trip too. So you just be yourself.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
It is crazy. And then there's some people who are like just maniacs.
Yeah.
They're just sociopaths.
Like we saw one of the most popular ones where people think it's like
they thought it was fake. It's one of the ones where people say like it's fake. They say this one because it's so outlandish.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know, is there a specific name for this guy?
Like chocolate kiss?
The chocolate kiss. Yes. It's a guy, he comes in the car. Even the way he gets out of the car is so dramatic. He's like tapping on the car. He's like slowly walking into this guy.
He was like, you're going to love me.
Yeah.
You're going to love me. And then the victim was a black gentleman. And he's like, what the hell? Like, he's just so shocked.
Yeah.
And even Neva's like, hey, back up. And he's like, you don't touch me.
Yeah.
I want to touch him. Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
But there are people out there like that.
Yeah.
There are people out there like that. And I'm sure we know gentlemen like that too. They're out of their fucking mind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And listen, finding a partner is hard. Finding a loved one, finding someone you care about is really hard, really hard. But I don't know. There's only so much I can sympathize with these people, right? I'm like, I get you're lonely, but I'm like, dude, get off the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get off the phone. Get off whatever app you were on. Like Kick back in the day was a big one. Kick and fucking Kick, that was a big one. Like get the fuck off of these apps, man. Get the fuck off of your phone. Get off fucking YouTube. Get off fucking eHarmony.
People don't go up to strangers anymore.
Yeah,
because it's weird.
Yeah.
But it's like if in the right setting, I think it's like it's the purest form of meeting someone.
Yeah, like when you're out, like in like I understand like just if someone's like shopping and you go up to them, that might be a little bit more like nerve wracking. But if you're at like when you're young, you're at a party.
Exactly,
a
party.
Like, everybody's kind of talking to other people. You're meeting new people. You go get a beer and be like, hey, what's up? I like your shirt. And then you just start striking a conversation. So you got to do that. You can't just be like on your phone. I don't want to go out because, I got to talk to this girl that I've never met for 5 years. And it's like social media can ruin people.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And people get addicted to these connections they have with people that aren't even real. And then when they find out it's all bogus, it fucking crushes them. Dude. Seeing them get crushed is so sad.
Just the psychology behind the entire show. It's so fascinating to me and entertaining.
Yeah.
And I just can't help but when it's on, I just watch it. Even though I've already watched it, I just watch it, bro. Because like these are real people with real emotions, and it's just like it's just a fascinating show.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating show, and I hope it never ends. I hope it keeps going. And I know that the producers of that show wanted to do trolling. So like they would find people who are trolls on the internet and leave mean comments. They would find them in real life and confront them in real life, like Catfish. But then I think they ran into some like legal issues about like tracking people down and shit like that. So it never got made. But yeah, man, I hope they never stop because catfishing is such a new thing. It's basically what? It's like 15 years old.
Yeah.
It's like it's a new phenomenon, right?
Yeah.
Of people catfishing. I'm sure there's going to be something new.
Yeah.
There's going to be something that replaces it. And I hope catfish just keeps on going for 100 years, baby.
Yeah, man. That's why I'm glad to just be off these fucking apps. Especially back in the day. Back in the day, it was a lot scarier, bro.
Oh, my God. I was hanging out with some friends who were single. 2 of them were single. And they were just telling me these horror stories of dating.
Yeah.
Especially in L.A. And I was just like, oh, my God, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
And they were just, they just hate dating.
I mean,
it used to be, as a growing up, and in movies and TVs, like, that's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Dating is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
But the way they were talking, and they're strapping young men, like, the way they were talking, bro, they hate it. Like, they hate it. And I'm just like,
but do they
Jesus
say
Christ.
why?
Well, yeah, they say why. Well, I think LA is such a different, it's like LA and New York have different experiences from the rest of the country because, like, men and women have so many options that it's like, it's difficult to keep up.
Yeah.
While, I don't know. I don't know the experience that other people have in other parts of the country.
Yeah.
If you're single, let us know if you hate it or you love it.
Yeah. And it's weird because, like, Martin, I work with Martin Mini, and sometimes he'll do like a matchmaking party and ask people like if they're on apps. And some people are just like, yeah, I'm on this, I'm on this, I'm on this. Like, some people are like on 4 or 5 apps. And it's like, God damn, man. It goes back to my point. Get the fuck off your phone, man. Get off of. If you're on 4 apps trying to meet people on different apps, dude, just go get a hobby. Go join a class or
exactly. Go join a class like that. So I have a friend, and she was like, "Huh?" She's like, "It's hard to find men. Like, what the fuck?" And I'm like,
I think it's really not.
You're not gonna find. Look, you're not gonna find Prince Charming or Cinderella at a dive bar at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
that's the reality, dog.
Yeah,
you can find someone to have fun with. By all means, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
By fun, I mean fucking, fun.
Yeah.
But you're not going to find the love of your life at the dive bar or at the club at 2:30 in the morning. Yeah. You're fucking not, dog. Go to classes, get a hobby, like you say. There's like community colleges across the country, across the world, where they have public classes that you don't have to be a student. You don't have to be young. You just go and they say, oh, hi, welcome to Pottery 101. That's it, bro. Like, when next time your friend invites you someplace, go with them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Meet their friends. And maybe, that's how a lot of relationships happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of my relationships happen. It was just like, oh, my friend invited me someplace, and then I met their friend's roommate's coworker at the same party, and I was just like, holy shit, boom. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is. You just have to... It sounds cliche and corny to be like, put yourself out there. You just got to say yes to things, dog. Yeah. You got to say yes to things. Yeah. And I remember everyone always talks about summer of 2016, how it was awesome and stuff like that. And yes, Drake had Controlla and One Dance and stuff like that. Yeah. And Kanye put out Life of Pablo. It was an amazing fucking summer. But I remember that summer, I was in college, and I was like, I'm just going to say yes to everything. Yeah. Yes to absolutely everything. If my friends invite me out, I'm going to say yes. If I get booked for something, I'm going to say yes. If a girl asks me out, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, I'm going to say yes, I'm going to say yes. And it was one of the greatest summers of my life. Yeah. But it's hard work to say yes to everything. Yeah. You're exhausted. And it was easier back then because I was a college student. I didn't really have that many, things that I had to worry about. Yeah. But say yes. Say yes more. Yeah. Say yes more.
Well, that's important though when you're young, when you don't have so much
when you're searching for something.
Yes. Yes.
If you're content, I got a partner at home, I got these beautiful kids, I got a beautiful house. Yeah. You don't have to say yes to everything. Yeah. You have the privilege to say no. Yeah. You have the privilege to say no. No thank you. No thank you. Yes. Oh no thank you. No thank you. You know what I mean? Successful people have the privilege to say no. Yeah. No thank you. But when you're fucking yearning for something, you gotta go look for it, dog. Yeah. You have to go look for it.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. I don't know if it was that specific year, but I remember during the college years after 2013, getting out of high school and going to college and yada yada. Those summers especially, dude. Just going to the beach a lot, going to a bunch of kickbacks, a bunch of parties, meeting people all the time. And, I've never been a good, fucking texter or good, striking up a conversation in these apps or whatever, but I think, you got to do that. You got to just try meet as many people as you can, or have as much experiences as you can, especially as you get older, and especially when it comes to like dating or with people. Like sometimes it works out, but I think if you only dated one person your whole life and like you married young, I feel like that's always going to be like a recipe for disaster later on down the line when you're 35, 40 years old. So it's important to just go out and fucking, like you said, say yeah, just go to the beach. And, you want to go to a painting class? Let's try it, dude. Let's do this, let's do that. You know what I mean?
This is something that right now, today, I'm like in this era of my life that I'm working on as well. It's like you have to help yourself before anyone else can help you. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Rock had a story or a quote story, right? Where he's just like, if you have a flat tire in the middle of the road, in the middle of the highway, and you just stand there, no one's going to stop by and help you. Yeah. Everyone's just going to keep on driving. But if you have a flat tire in the middle of the highway and you're just sweating trying to get this shit, and you can't really, someone's going to stop and be like, bro, hey, I'll help you.
Yeah.
Because they see that you're trying to fucking fix your situation. So they're like, okay, I'm going to help you. But if you're not trying at all, no one's going to fucking come and save you. Yeah, so if you're a chubby guy or a short girl or whatever, and you're like, if you're a chubby guy, okay, I'm going to hit the gym.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit the gym to better myself. The universe is going to help you. The universe is going to send you a partner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A potential partner and shit like that. But if you're just at home, you're just like, I want a perfect wife. I want a perfect partner.
Yeah.
The universe is like, okay, what are you doing to help your situation?
Yeah.
Because if you don't help yourself, I can't help you, dog.
Yeah.
But if you start helping yourself, you start jogging every morning and you start eating better, I'm going to fucking just roll you this little alley-oop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Roll you this little thing, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it is. That's just reality.
Yeah, and also like especially when people go through things like breakups, whatever, like I understand that it's obviously like a heartbreaking situation, but after a while, like if you're just kind of just like sitting in misery the whole time, as a friend, it's kind of hard to try to help because you want to help someone that cares about themselves and wants to better their life, and it's hard to help somebody when they're just want to sit in this misery and kind of victimize themselves. Because after a while, especially with breakups, like it sucks, but dude, you're gonna be fine. Like after you get over like a certain age, like that breakups hurt, but you're gonna live through. You're gonna be fine. When you're early 20s, I feel like when you go through a breakup, they're so intense, and you're so new to them. They feel like you're gonna die almost. They feel like you can't live through it. Yeah. But as you get older, it's like you gotta fucking pick yourself up, and friends will be there for you, but they don't want to. We're also human too. We also can't I can't also try to help you, and then you bring me down because you're just like, no, you don't get it. Like we're supposed to be together. So we've all felt that way, baby. We've all thought we were going to spend our lives with another person, and shit happens, and then now we're in a better situation, you know what I mean? But you got to fucking try. You got to care about yourself, dude. Yeah. You got to fucking make an effort,
Make an effort, dude.
Yes, dude. You got to show up for yourself. Mm-hmm. You can't just be like, oh, shit's tough. You got to fucking
Exactly,
you got to get up and start moving, fucking. If you're sad, baby, listen, what are you eating? You eating like shit? Eat a little bit better.
Yeah.
Get a salad. Hey, go, what, a 20-minute walk? Will do a lot of things, bro. Yeah. Clear your mind. Go walk. You ever walk at sunset, bro? It's fucking beautiful. Go around the block. Run the block at sunset.
Something I wanted to ask you, is this accurate? Where like the distance, you lose the same amount of calories walking 1 mile than running 1 mile. It's just the time. The time is the only different thing.
Depends.
You know what I mean? So like you could jog a mile in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And still lose the same amount of calories if you walk a mile in 20 minutes.
Oh, well, I think with listen, I'm not a scientist, but I could be wrong. But I think that slower pace targets a different part of like the fat. I think you target fat a little bit more because it's like I think when you're just jogging, speeding, you're just burning off like carbohydrates and energy sources. But I think when you're taking your time, you're targeting fat a lot more. But it's generally better to do it the slower way, but then obviously fucking no one wants to do cardio on an incline for like 40 minutes sometimes. Yeah. But still though, either or, it's good. A walk is a lot easier to do than a run because you don't got to hype yourself up for it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, when you go run, you got to be fucking like, oh, I'm in the battlefield. You got to be like Davy Goggins or some shit. But when you walk, you just like walk.
You got to watch what you eat because you're like, I don't want to eat too much because I might throw up.
Yeah. You know, when you walk, you're just like, I'm going to put my headphones. It's going to be like, it's a nice thing. I want to feel the fresh air, feel the sun, get my water, and just fucking walk down the block a couple times. And then next thing you know, you burn like a couple 100 calories in 20, 30 minutes. Yeah. And then you feel better. These little victories every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They add up. Yeah, we.
Are we spitting?
Are we spitting? No, I want the spit back, baby. Give me that spit back.
Give me that shit. No,
I'm dehydrated. Or is it because of this?
Oh! It's because of this. Oh!
Hey, let's do a cheers, man. What are we cheering to, baby?
Hey, we're cheering to more life. We're cheering to more love.
Okay. Listen, 1,000 subscribers by...
You're like, okay. We need 1,000 subscribers.
Okay, 1,000 subscribers by when? September. Look, by my birthday.
Oh, yeah, by Joel's birthday. So we're at 500.
No. When's my birthday?
September 19th.
Oh, September 9th.
What's my birthday?
I don't fucking know. I'm just kidding. February 29th or some shit?
February 29th?
You're unique. You're a leap year baby. You're like 4 years old or whatever. No,
when's really my birthday?
I feel like I just celebrated your birthday recently, didn't I? Okay, March 46.
Okay, now you're being facetious.
Okay, now I'm being factitious. Okay, so what's your birthday? For the people that don't know.
October.
Oh yeah,
October 29th. 2 days before Halloween.
Halloween, yes. I could have said that.
You forgot, though.
Because I'm on the spot.
You forgot, though.
But now I remembered.
And your birthday is September 9th.
We both forgot. Agree to disagree.
No, but I was very close. I was like super close. I was one number off.
But 10 days off.
No, you take away the one, and it's September 9th.
What is subtraction? All right. Listen, look. To 1,000 subscribers by September 9th, and then 1,200 by October 29th.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes. Boom. Get us there, please.
No, if you want to. Also, we want to shout out to you guys, man. We love you guys. You guys are all cool as fuck. Listen, sometimes I feel bad. I'll say this. We try to do a good job at replying, but sometimes shit happens, and then 5 days later, we go on the SoulPrimos page, and then we go on the DMs, we're like, oh shit, we forgot to reply. So if some of you have been like, don't like, okay, listen. Always, I want you guys to DM us all the time. Don't ever feel like we're trying to avoid you guys or not talk to you guys. We love you guys. Sometimes I might get like 2 days back to reply, but we're gonna reply. We love you guys. We want to talk to you guys. You guys are our primos, man.
Bro, that being said, the amount of love and support that I got last week after I shared my story with my dog, it meant so fucking much to me.
Yes.
So many people reached out to me and shared similar stories and gave me love. And shout out to Let's Go Back to Jacku on Instagram.
Ooh, yes.
Who drew a portrait of me and my dog. Dude, I knew that we were family. I knew that we were SoulPrimos. But that last week just solidified the fuck out of it, dog.
Yes.
I was just like, man, this really is something different. This is different. This is not just a podcaster and listeners. This is a community. This is a family, dog.
Yes.
And it just shout out to everyone who reached out, who DM'd me, who left a message on the YouTube, who left a message on who personally DM'd me and commented and stuff like that, dude. That it meant so much to me, and I just appreciate all you guys so dearly.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you, all you fucking guys. You guys been real as fuck. I had a homie that I was talking to in person, and he was like, "Oh, that part at the end of the episode was really nice. I felt that because I have a dog as well and I have a pet." And then I was like, "Did you comment on the YouTube?
Did you like or
subscribe?" After that, we were like, comment on the YouTube and like it. And he was like, "Oh, I didn't do that, but I'll make sure to do it next time." I was like, "Well, everything you just said right now doesn't matter."
But anyways, my dog, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking dog. It's not about you. But I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, man, it was thank you for being vulnerable.
Oh, of course, and thank you for providing a environment and space for me to be vulnerable. You know what I mean?
Well, this space is meant to be vulnerabilized.
Okay.
No, this space
sounds predatory.
This space right here,
yeah.
like this living room, is not just my space.
Yeah.
It's your space. Wait, it is my space. MySpace 2012,
and it's my YouTube.
You jizz.
You porn? Okay.
X videos. All right.
Look. Okay. Speaking about predatoriness,
yes,
Drake. I want to bring this up. Drake he is a certified Certified lover boy, certified pedophile, fool.
Yes.
It's a lyric from Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And there's like a bunch of stories coming out of like teenagers, or back then teenagers, now they're like young adults that lived in the Toronto area. And one particularly caught my eye, and there was this young man who was like, he's like in his early 20s, and he's like, everyone's talking shit about Drake and shit like that. Like, you know, I was a fan of his and stuff like that, but you don't know how hard it was to be in high school and chase after a shorty and like, you know, try to like date her and be with her and shit like that. Only to find out that, you know, she went to Drake's party.
Yeah.
You know how he did. I don't know if he knew what he was saying, but he was like, you don't know how like defeating that is, man. When you like a girl and you see her on Drake's story, you're like, fuck, like I can never compete with that. And he's like, you know what that did to my confidence? And even though he was going through that, it's just like Drake had high schoolers at his parties, because apparently the age of consent in Toronto is 16.
Oh,
it's disgusting.
No,
right?
no. Okay, keep going.
So I have a story, right?
Yeah.
Bro, so I think this is like before I met my current partner, and I must have been 20 years old, right? And I was at the LA Film School, and I had a buddy of mine who was about 4 years older than me, but he was like he was promiscuous, man. He got around, right? He could get it, basically any girl that he wanted, right? But he at the time he was driving Uber, and I remember he called me at like 7 p.m. and he's just like, "Yo, I had these two girls in the back, like they're going to a party in Calabasas. It's Drake's fucking house.
Yeah,
bro, pull up. I can pick you up right now. Picking a girl, me and it's two girls, you and me. Come on, bro." And I'm just like, oh, at the time, I was like, I don't know what I was doing, but I'm like, oh man, I'm good, man. It's 8 p.m. Like I haven't even taken a shower. Like, you know, I'm good. Like da da da. And he's like, come on, bro. Looking back at it, that's a pretty crazy story, bro. I was like two shorties in the back going to Drake's party. Mm. And at the time, I was 20 years old. I didn't really like Drake until I turned 21. Because I just thought his music was kind of whack to me. And then once I turned 21, I started going to parties and clubs and stuff like and bars and shit. I'm like, okay, it's pretty cool, I guess. So he hits me up, and you know, Calabasas is a very famous neighborhood here in Los Angeles, where only celebrities live. It's a gated community. Kanye lives there. The Kardashians live there. Drake obviously lives there. Anyone who's anyone has a house in Calabasas, right? And so I'm just like, he's like, come on, bro, please. I'm like, no, man, I'm good. They're like, hey, where are you? And he's like, I'm like 10 minutes from Calabasas. Like, I'm like, dude, by the time you come back to my crib, pick me up, no thanks, man. I'm not trying to get an Uber ride all the way out there anyways. I'm not trying to drive all the way out there. And he's like, for sure. And then like a couple hours pass, and apparently he's partying with these two girls, right? And apparently they're like 20, maybe 19 or 20.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't think my homie knew that. I don't know. I don't really talk to him anymore. But he calls me at midnight, and I'm like, oh, man, I should have gone. In my head, I'm like, I should have gone low key.
Yeah.
I was like, what's up, man? And he's like, dude, bro, can you help me out? Please, can you help me out? I'm like, what's up? And he's like, so we got to Calabasas, and I'm trying to find parking in front of this mansion, the Drake's mansion, and because it had just rained, and he's like, and my car's stuck in this this muddy ditch. Can you come like help me like fucking like pull it out or some shit like that? And if you can't, can you bring me like a gallon of gas? I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, I just got so caught up with these girls. Like I can't, like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I guess. Yeah. I'm like, for sure, I guess. And you know, I had gas in the garage, so I just grabbed the gallon. And I just drove to, and I drove all the way to Calabasas. It's midnight, right? So it's pretty far, but it took me like 30 minutes because no traffic at midnight. Yeah. And I pull up to Calabasas, and there's a security guard and gate right there. And I'm like, hey, boss, like a friend called me and his car's stuck. Because at first he was like, how can I help you? What are you doing here? Yeah. And I'm like, my friend called me, his car is stuck. I don't know. His name is blank, you know. And the security guard goes, oh, yeah, him. Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, I can let you in. Can I see your ID first? And I was like, show him my ID. And he's asking me questions if, like, the address is still correct on the ID. Like, really, like, intense stuff, right? Yeah. And he's like, can I see the registration for your car? And I'm just like, all that just to get in here? He's like, yeah, man, it's policy.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of famous people here, so it's policy. So I reached in my glove compartment and pulled up my registration. I'm like, yeah, this is my car. I own it. And he's like, for sure. Okay, for sure. Yeah, so he's right to you go down all the way to this, and then you make a left right there, you make a right there. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to remember that. And he's like, don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
Oh, shit, okay.
I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
I have to be there. And I'm just like, okay. So I pull into this gated community in Calabasas, just pure mansions.
Yeah.
Just the biggest mansion you've ever seen, back to back to back to back to back to back. And I'm like, and it's nighttime. There's really there was no like light posts. It's very dark. And I'm like pulling up, and I have to go up to this hill, and all of a sudden you just hear boom, 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 boom. This mansion, right? And I pull up, and I'm looking for my buddy, and I see him, and he gets out of the car. He's like, right here. And his car is just fucked up. It's just fucked up in this like ditch. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck happened? He's like, I was looking for parking, then my car just started sliding, and it just stopped because once it hit this tree. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, where are the girls that you were hanging out with? And he was like, they left me. They left to go to the party. They were like, sorry, bye, and they left. And I was just like, well, yeah, no shit, fool. Like, they'd rather go to Drake's house than help you here, bro. And then like we were on a hill, so I look over like this fence and I see the Drake party.
Oh, really?
There's like a waterfall and fucking just half naked women, half naked men, and just like the DJ set, and it's just like it's a Drake party.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, like damn, like I'm this close to a Drake party, but I have to help my fucking friend. And I ended up helping him, and then come to find out, like, talking to him later, he said that the girls were like 18, 19.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
and he was like, when I found out they were that young, he was just like, okay, I'm just going to drop you off. Okay. I still want to go to the Drake party, so let's just go to the Drake party.
Yeah.
He said he got weirded out. And then, but Drake was having these fucking 18, 19-year-old girls at his fucking party, dog.
He's not...
And at that time, Drake was like 33.
And I mean, now how is he now? He's like 40 or something?
Like 37.
I bet nothing has changed, though. Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Fucking doesn't matter how old or how young you are. You could just get in there if you're fucking decent looking or hot or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know much about this whole Drake Kendrick shit, but I mean, is he like apparently he's a fucking creep. He's always into these younger fucking girls.
You know Millie Bobby Brown, the actress that plays Eleven on Stranger Things?
Yes.
When she was like 15, they would text back and forth.
Really?
And she would say on interviews like, oh yeah, Drake's like a good friend. He's always supporting me and texting me like, congrats and good luck.
That's weird.
That's very weird.
That's weird.
Like very weird. For at the time, for like a 35-year-old, 34-year-old to be texting a teenager.
You know, what was the response at the time though?
It was like
where people were like, okay.
People were like, that's weird. But obviously like he was at the height of his music powers. So people either didn't know about it or they were just like, this song slaps. You know what I mean?
Dude, when you're that famous, I think, like, especially at those parties, I feel like a bunch of weird shit happens.
And it's so crazy that, like, right now he's, like, labeled a pedophile, and it's like he's always wanted to be Michael Jackson. Oh. In his songs, he's always like, oh, I'm like Mike. I'm about to break his records, you know. Yeah. You know, last year, almost every month, it was like, oh, Drake breaks Michael Jackson's record of most listened to song or some shit like that. And he's always wanted to be Michael Jackson. And careful what you wish for, dog. Now he is Michael Jackson. Now he is labeled as a pedo. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy how life works.
Yeah. What is with these fucking rich ass motherfuckers always trying to go for like the youngest girls, like the youngest fucking girls? Well,
they say like money doesn't change you. Money just
reveals who you are.
Yeah, or what's the words? Like money just amplifies who you are.
Okay.
So if you're a piece of shit before you get the money, now you're gonna be a bigger piece of shit once you get money.
That's so creepy because like you ever talk to you ever talk to 18-year-old? 19-year-old?
Yeah, when I was 16.
No, I'm saying like you ever just come across and talk to someone who's that young?
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, you're a fucking kid.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot, right?
Yeah.
The way they, the way they think or the way they talk, you're just like, oh shit. Like when I was that young, I thought I was fucking an adult, but then I realized as you get older, I'm still a fucking baby.
Dude, like my little brother's 18, and sometimes I talk to him or I hear his friends talking. I'm like, bro, you guys are dumb as fuck. And I remember when I was 18, I was like, I was more confident in myself back then than I am now because I had just had this blinding confidence.
Yeah.
Just like, I know everything.
Yeah.
I remember thinking at one point I was like, well, I pretty much know everything. I don't really have to learn anything new. And I remember just my parents looking at me like, oh my God. Like, that's dangerous.
Yeah, at that age, you think you're the shit. You think you fucking know everything.
Invincible.
You think you're badass. You think
invincible.
yeah. And then when people try to doubt you, you're like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dog?" And then I feel like a couple years after that, fucking life just fucking
Bing, 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 bing.
And then you have responsibilities. Then you gotta start making money. You gotta find a job. What are you gonna do with your life? Holy shit! What the fuck is wrong with it? Then you start getting weight. All these things start fucking happening in your life, and then the ideal of who you were starts falling down, and you become a little bit more humble and grounded a little bit. But like, I can't imagine talking or wanting to talk to anybody in that age range. You know what I mean? And these foods, these rich ass foods, are fucking. I don't know why it's such a common thing with these, like, I guess with these rich ass rappers or politicians, like trying to go for like the youngest people possible. It's so creepy. I think there's got to be something fucked up with you that gets you to that position. That gets you to that position. But then, I mean, it can be a good thing. And then once you fucking get all this money, the bad shit can be fueled by all the money that you make, you know? Because you got to be kind of fucked up in some way. You can't be all there, maybe, if you're that fucking famous and rich and everybody treats you like a god every fucking day, and maybe you don't have that many people telling you, no, you can't do this, or keeping you on check. Because if you're fucking Drake, you're on top of the world like every fucking day. You know what I mean? I don't know how many people can kind of bring you down to earth.
You could get like any girl you want when you're Drake, or like the level of Drake, fame and talent and notoriety. Why the fuck would you... What the fuck?
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know, man. He's just a fucking creep, dog. And Kendrick humbled him so fucking badly with the 3 tracks that he put out. And it's just like, I don't know if he's going to bounce back from this, to be honest with you.
You think so?
I don't think so. I think he might with his hardcore fans, but I don't think he's ever going to get to the level that he once was these past 5 years. I think that's done. I think he'll never get back to that level. And like, you know, every song he puts out is #1 hit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's ever going to get back to that level.
It's kind of sad because a lot of these foods, like, I don't know, it's just weird because an artist like obviously goes in ups and downs. He's always been like an up, I feel, right? He's always kind of been up, and you would think that maybe he just gets old and he retires from the game, but he's a fucking creep, and then that might be the thing that kind of brings him down. The fact that he's like a pedo or a fucking creepy ass fool. And it's just so weird that the people with like so much power and resources can choose to do these very vile things and disgusting things, you know? It's very alarming. Because it's a common thing in that like upper echelon of fucking like status and power. It's like these people that just choose to take the innocence from like the younger generation or younger fucking kids or girl, younger woman. It's very strange.
Bro, we had a friend in high school who was like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty normal, 9th, 10th grade, but once we were juniors, he started talking to freshmen. Yeah. And it was kind of like, we'd be like, what? Who is this? You know what I mean? And we kind of just like gave it a side eye. And then once we were seniors, that's when it was really prevalent. He would just, like, he took a freshman to prom with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's so crazy because he was a funny guy. He was a cool, funny guy. And then he would just only talk to freshies or sophomores. And we would make fun of him for it, but it wasn't as serious because we were like, okay, yeah, we're all 16, 17. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then the girls that he's talking to are 14, 15.
Yeah. But
we still roasted him for it, right?
No, I was going to say, like, no, go ahead.
But it wasn't until we graduated, the year after we graduated, he crossed the line and he started dating our good friend's younger sister, who was a freshman or a sophomore in high school, and he was a year out of high school.
Yeah.
And I just remember we were at a party, and then like at the food's house, the homie with the little sister, not the weirdo, right? And one person just goes, "Oh my God, so and so's coming." And then my friend's like, he's coming to my house? How tone deaf do you have to be? How idiot? And they beat that fool's ass. Him and his cousins beat that fool's ass in front of the thing. And it was just like, it was one of those times where it's just like, oh my God, like he really is a creep. Like, this is like he's like a baby pedo. Like in early stages of being a weirdo. And they beat the shit out of him. And it was kind of like, because at the time it was just like, when I was watching him get the shit kicked out of him, there was like maybe 10 seconds where I'm like, I should stop this, bro. This is my homie. And then I kind of look back and I'm like, no. But they're also my homies. And he fucking passed the line with my homies. This should be done. This should be done. And I just fucking watched. I was just like, fuck. And I just remember like, he got all bloody, and they're like, "Get the fuck out of here!" They finally let him up, and he got all bloody with his eyes are like swelling up, and he looks at me, and I was just looking at him, and he just walked away. And that's the last time I saw him.
Shit, dude.
And I just remember being like, "Fuck, man, this is a dark night."
And
then I got blasted. I got drunk as fuck.
Fuck that
I got drunk as fuck.
Come on, then it's I was gonna say, maybe we should move on to something. I want to say how common it was back in the day. Like, I have homies whose parents, like, they were like, they have a 5-year gap, 4-year gap. They met in high school. It's very sweet. And you're just like, wait, what? Or your dad was how old? He was 17. How old was your mom? He was like 14, 15. Like, and you're just like, oh. And I guess back then it wasn't that big of a deal. Like what is that? Fucking 80s, 90s, or earlier than that. But it's kind of alarming. You know what I mean?
I remember I was a senior and I was talking to another senior girl who was in volleyball. And I thought she was awesome. I thought she was so pretty. And she was tall too. So I was just like, I remember being like, fucking baby Melvin be like, hey, like we should be together. We're the tallest, you know what I mean, in the school, like, aha. And she's like, yeah, I like you, but you know, I don't really date guys as young as you. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, because you're 18 and I'm 17? She's like, no. I usually date men who are like in their, their 20s, like 22, 23. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, wait, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, my last boyfriend was 23. And I was like, you just turned 18, so 23 at 17-year-old? And at the time, bro, I was just like, fuck. I can never compete with a 22, 23-year-old. But looking back at it, I'm like, bro, go to the police, bro.
Bro, that's like a full-time job and a family and a wife and shit.
And an apartment and shit.
Yeah, dude. It's like, what the fuck?
But at the time, bro, I was devastated. At the time, I'm like, I could never compete.
Bro, that's so crazy that you say that, because I remember some girls used to say that shit too. And like the people that when they would say that, they'd be like, oh shit, this girl like respects herself, or she's like cool because she dates older guys in the 20s.
She's mature.
Yeah, but now it's like, dude, that's fucking weird, bro.
You're a victim.
You got daddy issues. You got something wrong with you, and also definitely wrong with the other fucking guy.
100% wrong
like
with the guy.
26. That's like, yeah, the 17-year-old. We just like, she gets me. She understands me.
She's so mature for her age.
So mature for
Bro,
age.
get shot in the mouth, motherfucker. You gotta go, bitch.
I can't imagine ever being saying that about fucking a baby. So, she gets me. She understands me, bro. You're mid-20s, bro.
You gotta get hung. You gotta get hung in the town square. Dude. What the fuck?
Dude, that's so great. That just unlocked like a memory of fucking a girl saying that shit back in high school, bro. And in BP, a lot of women would say that shit. You know what I mean? There was a lot of weird shit out there in that city, but the girls would just be like, yeah, man, I dated a guy who was like 26, and I was like, oh shit, well, I'm not 26. I'm 17.
I don't even have my license yet.
I don't have a car in that thing. Hi, Howie.
And then my boyfriend has his own place up on the west side. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, at the time, it's just like, oh, okay. I can never get this girl. This girl, I can't compete with this great guy. But looking back at it now that we're older, we're like, dude, we should have called the police.
We should have saved her.
We could have called the social services.
Yes.
We should have called the government, dog.
We could have called something. We could have fucking been vigilantes and shot this motherfucker, dude.
But it's like, how would you know? How would you know as a young boy?
You don't.
You don't.
You don't.
We didn't.
You don't. You're just like,
We
okay, that's cool. That's sad. That sucks for me. You know what I mean? You think you don't realize how creepy it is until you start developing into a man, and then you see 17-year-olds, and then it's like, who would desire someone like this sexually or fucking want to be with someone?
A piece of shit creep, bro.
That's what I'm saying,
That's why Drake, the whole Drake, bro. I'm done with Drake. Yes, he has some catchy songs. Even Kendrick has said that in his diss raps. He's like, yeah, I like this song. I like when you're when your melody. I hate when you act tough. I hate when you're a fucking pedophile. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, dude, he just captured my emotions perfectly.
And what was Drake's response? Wasn't it like if I was really doing that shit, I
would have been arrested.
I'm too famous for that shit.
Exactly. It's just like, bro, what the fuck?
That's like the worst thing to possibly say.
The worst fucking
when there's
thing.
a bunch of famous people doing a bunch of huge like Harvey Weinstein doing these terrible things. These politicians that have been doing these terrible things that come out like years and years and years.
That's
and
how
years
you know
afterwards.
he doesn't have someone that's real with him. He just has dick suckers around him. Just fucking, oh yeah, that's cool, Drake. Yeah, hell yeah. You got him with that, Drake.
What do you guys think about that? Dude, that's just fine. He's cooked. He's done.
Yeah.
He can't come back. Like,
he doesn't have a friend that's like, why the fuck would you say that? And first of all, why'd you even bring up Millie Bobby Brown?
Yeah. You should have someone be like, dude, just don't say that shit, bro. Let's make you look bad.
Let's just hit up Kendrick. Let's reach out to him. Like, let's just say this is not.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I hate motherfuckers like that, bro.
I know, bro.
And we talked about it in the last episode, man. They gotta go,
bro. If I had fucking that much money, you know what my parties look like? It would be us, our loved ones, fucking SoulPrimos. The way you get into the party is like, are you subscribed?
Yeah, you're subscribed. Yeah, my parties would be exactly like that, and then I would rent a whole carnival.
Yeah,
a Ferris wheel, a little mini roller coaster, and arcade games that are all free.
Or a Renaissance thing where I'd be like my head right here. You can throw tomatoes at me. I'll just...
And then I'll be with the mic. Come around. You can do whatever you want to Joel, and his mouth can never be closed.
I'm just like, huh?
Hey, huh? It's like if he closes his mouth, we all win.
And then everybody's like, yeah. And I'm just like,
come around.
I'm just like, hit me. Go, dude.
It's like a little baby. No, you know what you would be? You'd be in the water tanks where you're sitting above the water, and then if you hit the target, it drops you in the water. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, dude. And there's a lock on top and shit.
You have a microphone and you're like, you suck. And it's just like, bink.
Boom, and it gave me the fun. And then like, you ever seen Prestige?
Yeah.
You know how the girl dies? She's like locked into the fucking water tank. And then just me, and then you're just like, right? You think I'm joking? I'm just like, and you try to fucking break that open, and I die in front of everybody.
Yeah. He's like, and you're like, and then since you die, I go do it.
Yeah.
You know the Prestige, where I drown and I fucking die, and then another version of me comes out of the closet. Like, what the fuck? And I have to kill the old version.
Yeah. Then you're just like, no. You just shoot him.
Yeah.
You're fucking. You look like you got the Hugh Jackman hair right now.
And you're very I was gonna say Jason Bateman. Christopher Nolan.
No, fucking Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
That movie's fucking incredible.
So good. Hey, Christopher Nolan directed it too.
Dude, yes, it's amazing, man. At the very end when he's like saying sorry for like, I remember when I first watched it, he was saying sorry for like not treating the wife right. Yeah. I was like, what is he talking about, right? Yes. And he throws a ball and he gets it and he's like, goodbye. And then I don't know if like they had a double before that kind of looks like him. It looks like Bale enough where you don't really think it's him, because when they show it in that shot, you're like, okay, is that Christian Bale? Is that the twin? Right? Yeah. I think that's the only time it's actually him using with the makeup, but everything else is like another person. Yeah. I remember when I watched it and like he gets the ball and he's like, goodbye. I'm like, oh wait, what the? Is it a twin? It just blew my fucking. That movie's, I would say, out of all his movies, that's super underrated.
Oh, so underrated.
I don't think it gets talked about nearly enough.
Watch The Prestige. I don't know if it's on Netflix or Hulu, but definitely watch it.
Watch
and
Prestige.
Michael Caine's in it.
Oh, he's always in it.
Oh, and one of the best portrayals of Nikola Tesla is in the
David
movie
Bowie.
by David Bowie. Oh my gosh, dude, so good.
And Scarlett, dude,
Joe's in it. Scarlett Johansson.
In a Nolan movie, you just know everybody's gonna come through. All these actors are gonna fucking pull up with their A game, man.
A game for
A
sure,
game, bro.
Yes,
Jesus
yes.
Christ. Well, guys, listen, I love you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. We went a pretty good amount, dude.
Okay,
An hour and
sure.
15. You know what I mean?
Cool.
You know
Wow,
what I mean?
that went by quick.
That went fast, dude. So I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you for showing love to Melvin and for showing love to us. We always appreciate it. Once again, like we said before, whatever you want us to cook, leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments, and we'll fucking pick the one that we could possibly do next, and then we'll fucking shoot it and stuff.
And by cook we mean actual food, not just cooking with our words. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? We might be overcooking some of that shit. All right. So so leave a comment down below, subscribe. We love you guys and we appreciate you guys. Always DM us whenever you want to talk. Doesn't even have to be about the podcast. Just talk about life shit and shit.
Yeah.
You can always reach out to me and Melvin individually or just SoulPrimos. Anything else, Melvin?
Yeah, no, always DM us. We'll either get back to you within 2 minutes or 2 weeks.
Yes,
but we will get back to you.
Me and Melvin don't even get back to each other. Sometimes.
And like you said, man, I thank you to everyone who reached out to me last week. That was so beautiful. I felt the love. And I was just like, what did I do to deserve to get this much love? But you guys gave it to me, and let's get to 1,000 subscribers by Joel's birthday, September 9th.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. We love you guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.